Imagine standing face to face with a being so terrifying that your body shuts down before your mind can even process what is happening. In the Bible, when angels appear, people do not feel peace. They feel fear. They fall to the ground. They freeze. They believe they are about to die. That is why angels almost always say the same first words: be not afraid. Not because they are gentle, but because fear is the natural human reaction to seeing them. Scripture does not describe soft guardians. It describes overwhelming non-human beings with impossible forms, immense authority, and no concern for human comfort. And once you begin to understand what angels truly are, you realize something unsettling. Demons did not introduce fear to humanity. Angels did. People often imagine demons as humanity's greatest threat. Dark spirits, twisted figures, voices that tempt and corrupt. But the disturbing truth is the Bible rarely explains what demons even look like. Their terror comes from deception, temptation, and influence, not appearance. Demons stay hidden in shadows and whispers, but angels do not hide at all. They reveal themselves openly, and when they do, nothing about them feels human. Take the seraphim described in Isaiah. 6 wings, not 2. 2 to fly, 2 to cover their feet, and 2 to cover their faces, because their presence reflects the glory of God so intensely that even they cannot look directly at Him. These are not gentle messengers. They are living storms of worship, voices that shake temple foundations, beings whose presence forces humans to recognize their insignificance. Then there are the cherubim, nothing like the baby angels on greeting cards. In Ezekiel's visions, they are described with 4 faces: human, lion, ox, and eagle. 4 wings, straight legs like polished bronze, and wheels covered in eyes moving wherever the Spirit directs. Ezekiel did not try to draw them. He fell face down in terror. And that reaction is consistent. Every prophet, every witness, every person who saw an angelic being reacted the same way, not with comfort, but overwhelming fear. Now compare that to demons. Scripture gives almost nothing about their physical form. No detailed description, no overpowering vision. Why? Because demons approach through suggestion, deception, and possession. They operate in darkness, subtle, quiet, hidden. Angels do the opposite. They arrive with authority, presence, and power that forces the human mind into submission. They do not persuade, they command. And their roles are different too. Demons tempt, angels execute judgment. In Revelation, angels unleash plagues, sound trumpets that shake the heavens, pour bowls of wrath upon the earth, and carry swords of divine justice. When death passes through Egypt during Passover, it is an angel carrying it out. When King Herod is struck down and eaten by worms, it is because an angel delivers the blow. When a single angel destroys 185,000 soldiers in one night, no demon matches that level of devastation in Scripture. Demons corrupt individuals. Angels reshape nations. Even the way angels communicate is terrifying. They do not comfort. They announce. Their words come as commands, not conversations. Their voices are described like rushing waters, thunder, or trumpets that make mountains tremble. Every encounter begins with a human completely overwhelmed by fear, and that fear has to be calmed before the message can continue. That is why their first words are always the same: be not afraid, not because they are soft, but because they are overwhelming to witness. A demon might haunt you, but an angel could erase you, and nothing in creation could stop it. And here is the most unsettling part: demons rebelled. They exist outside of God's purpose and act against Him. But angels obey. Their power is aligned with divine authority, which means their fearsome presence is not chaotic. It is controlled, intentional, and unstoppable when commanded. Most people overlook this when they think about angels and demons. Demons disobeyed, made their own choices, followed their own will. Angels never did. Their loyalty was never broken. And that loyalty changes everything about how dangerous they are. Because a being that serves without hesitation does not question what it is sent to do. It simply completes the mission. In every major biblical event where something irreversible happens, angels appear as the ones carrying out exact instructions. Not partially, not almost, exactly. They do not hesitate, they do not negotiate, they do not weigh human emotion against divine command. If the order is protection, protection is absolute. If the order is destruction, destruction is total. There is no space for mercy unless mercy is written into the assignment itself. This is where the fear truly comes from. Humans are unpredictable, demons are chaotic, but angels are consistent. A human might be persuaded, a demon might be resisted, but an angel does not adjust its actions based on how someone feels. Loyalty means there is no personal agenda, no argument to make, no weakness to exploit. Their certainty becomes terrifying because nothing slows them down. People assume compassion equals safety, but loyalty without emotion can be far more frightening. Angels guard sacred spaces, deliver warnings, enforce boundaries, and reshape history, not because they want to, but because they were commanded to do so. And when a command is given, the task is finished whether humanity approves or not. Angels do not need to justify the outcome, and they do not need to explain it. They simply move forward until the assignment is complete. You can see this in the way angels respond after delivering a message. There is no small talk, no lingering presence, no slow departure. They speak, act, reveal what was required, and then they are gone. Their interaction is brief because their purpose is singular, and that singular purpose becomes terrifying when the command they carry involves judgment. There is no space for pleading or delay, not because angels lack feeling, but because obedience is stronger than feeling. This is what separates them from every other spiritual force described in Scripture. Angels do not act from desire or corruption. They act from certainty. They do not tempt, persuade, or manipulate. They execute. And that execution does not depend on whether the world feels ready. Angels bring outcomes, not opportunities. So the fear surrounding angels does not come from cruelty, malice, or unpredictability. It comes from the fact that they do not stop. Their loyalty guarantees follow through, whilst their nature guarantees consistency, and their obedience guarantees results. In a universe where most dangers come from instability and chaos, angels are frightening because they do not break, bend, or bargain. They finish what they were sent to do, no matter what that means for the people standing in their path.